Want to know why Bitcoin's going to hit $1 million? This article sums it up. Many of you know that I have a playlist on my channel, and I wasn't even going to make this freaking video, but I couldn't help it. But I have a playlist on my channel talking about Bitcoin to $1 million because I literally believe, and I find it crazy when people doubt that, because I'm thinking, what are the other options? I mean, going back to gold and silver is the only other potentially viable option, but in a world global economy, I don't think that's viable any further either. So I think it's going to be cryptocurrency, not investment advice, but those of you that are watching this video and you're aware of that, you are part of the 1% of the 1%. I mean, gosh, I bet you there's less than 1 in 1,000 people right now, especially in a bear market, who are actively involved paying attention to the cryptocurrency market. I don't mean you own some Bitcoin you forgot about in a wallet when your buddy told you it was a good investment. I mean, you're actually involved in the cryptocurrency market. You keep yourself educated. You pay attention to this space. You're involved in the dApp space, where you've got your favorite projects that you're a part of. You're watching the price. You're reading the news. Congratulations to you. And this is just proof that we all are ahead of our time. Federal deficit estimated $984 billion, highest in 7 years. Look, in one respect, this is scary. In another respect, it's like, well, darn, it is what it is. Like, we can't do nothing about it. Stack up those Bitcoins, stack up that Ethereum, stack up that crypto. All right, and I'm going to talk to you about what I'm doing towards the end of this channel, towards the end of this video. Federal deficit, and also got a new YouTuber to share with you. This guy's got like 46 viewers on his channel. So you got to go check his channel out, but I'm going to talk about him in a minute too. Federal deficit estimated $984 billion, highest in 7 years. The federal budget deficit for 2019 is estimated $984 billion, a hefty 4.7% of gross domestic product, GDP, and the highest since 2012. The Congressional Budget Office, CBO, said on Monday, the difference between federal spending and revenue has only ever exceeded $1 trillion 4 times in the period immediately following the global financial crisis. The deficit, which has grown every year since 2015, is $205 billion, higher than it was in 2018, a jump of 26%. Think about that. In essentially 1 year, we've had a 26% jump in our debt, or the deficit. The CBO has warned, if you don't know what that is, it's a Congressional Budget Office. It's one of the, from a governmental bureaucratic standpoint, it is the most honest accounting office that we have, Congressional Budget Office. It's a nonpartisan, which means it's not Republican, it's not Democrat. It tends to be fairly accurate, and it almost is always negative on the economics of our country. The CBO has warned that the nation's debt is on an unsustainable path. That's scary. The fact that the CBO has come out. I mean, there have been people for the past 20 years buying gold and silver before Bitcoin was even a thing that have been saying this. But the CBO is actually saying that, and this is one of the only times this ever happened. I mean, I've been reading about the CBO forever. I mean, most people aren't even going to catch this, but you watch this channel, I'm going to keep you in the know. The CBO has warned that the nation's debt is on an unsustainable path. Do you know what that means? That's crazy. Do you know what ends up happening? Higher levels of debt increase borrowing cost, make it harder for the government to battle economic downturns, and increase the share of future spending devoted to paying off interest costs. So read that slowly and carefully. Increase the share of taxes and revenues used for spending, for paying for things in our country. It increases the share of that revenue that is devoted to only paying off interest. It's like getting stuck on your credit card and you can only pay the minimum interest payment every month. Except now you're responsible for trying to get more credit to build the military, to build roads, to pay for, I don't know, healthcare or whatever you want to pay for. I'm not a fan of government paid for healthcare, but whatever you got to pay for. And now you don't have the money for it. You can't get the credit line because you can't even afford to pay the interest, a growing interest. Okay. Since President Trump took office, the GOP has passed a massive tax cut package that reduced revenue. By the way, I was a huge fan of this, but I wasn't a huge fan of the next part. While Democrats and Republicans have agreed to increase spending year after year, you can't cut the paycheck. This is like your boss cutting your paycheck and saying, but then you going out and getting more debt. Only the government can do that. No other entity outside of the federal government can cut incoming money and get more credit. Credit is usually based off of what you have coming in, how likely you are to be able to repay the bills. No other world government. If you've never seen the documentary Money as Debt, you should go watch the documentary Money as Debt. Look it up on YouTube. Heck, I have a copy of it somewhere on my channel. Money as Debt. You have to understand this. No other government on planet Earth can get into the amount of debt that the U.S. can get into because the dollar is the world reserve currency. You have to understand, if you're going to be in crypto, you have to understand that. That's why when you see, oh, the price is down to 8,000, who gives two freaking craps? That doesn't matter. Because if this continues, the price is going to hit 80,000 and then 800,000. Who knows? It might hit 8 million. Yeah, I said it. You heard it here first. Actually, I wasn't the first person to say it. But for some of you, I might be the first person to say it. Like, this is crazy. Budget watchers note that the main drivers of the deficit, however, come from automatic spending programs such as Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And this is why it's not going to stop. Because nobody is going to say, cut my Medicaid, cut my Medicare, cut my Social Security. Nobody's going to say that, even if they can't afford it. Like, literally, the citizens of this country will take the entire country into an economic hell in a handbasket because they're not going to cut it. This is, by the way, this is the number one reason why I'm against UBI, Universal Basic Income. Once you start giving it, you can't take it back. And just like now, you've got people like, AOC and Bernie Sanders and blah, 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 all talking about increasing government spending. And the way they're going to do it is they want to tax and tax and tax. But the amount that they're looking at spending, there's no way they can pull in enough revenue to pay for it. So they're just going to grow the deficit spending even more. But listen, if you're in crypto, you realize that all the idiots that are agreeing with like, oh yeah, pay for healthcare. Oh yeah, pay for that. If you're in crypto and you understand the number one use case for crypto is a currency that cannot be inflated. Because the only way they can pay for these things is to print more money. But at some point, people stop allowing the U.S. to have, because the U.S. dollar is the Federal Reserve currency. What that basically means is most all debts, everything is paid back with U.S. dollars. Just keep it, I'm oversimplifying it, but just if you understand that. However, China has to pay off part of their debts in U.S. dollars too. But they have to be somewhat fiscally responsible because they can't print the U.S. dollar. Only the U.S. can print the U.S. dollar. So therefore, they get to print as many of them as possible. And if that sounds like fiction and it sounds far-fetched, I understand it. But that is exactly what is happening. That's why cryptocurrency was created. That's why Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin. So no one could artificially print more. All right, let's keep going. Democrats and Republicans must be held responsible for the outrageous deficit reported today by the CBO, said Jason Pai, Vice President of Legislative Affairs at the conservative advocacy group FreedomWorks. This unsustainable situation is only going to get worse, he added. The final Treasury Department figures for fiscal year, which ended on September 30th, will be published later this month and could include worse news. Be on the lookout for that. Previous Treasury projected that the deficits for the year were surpassing $1 trillion. Now listen to me. I am not a fan of this. This is horrible for the U.S. government. This is horrible for the rest of the world. This is horrible for the average Main Streeter out there. The only people who are going to benefit from this are multinational corporations who benefit most when dollars are printed to pay bills, and other governments. Who it's going to hurt is the Main Street average person out there. That's who it's going to hurt. This sucks, but this is exactly why cryptocurrency, the number one use case for cryptocurrency, is a currency. And by the way, Steamy Coins had a great video. I watched it today, DeFi, and I've watched other of his videos. I'm on a different computer right now, but this DeFi will be the next big wave on Tron. And it's not just Tron in general. He's talking about decentralized financial dApps. He's talking about he feels like he's seeing a big move of them towards Tron. It's an interesting video. I almost made a video talking about this from a different angle. But when I saw this news article, this is a mainstream news article. Federal deficit estimated at 900, highest in 7 years. And then you come down here, CBO has warned that nation's debt is on an unsustainable path. Like, Most people have no idea what that means, but it sucks. You're talking about potentially a financial Armageddon. That sucks. That just sucks. And this isn't to be scary, it's just the news. Nobody's reversing the path. Do you not think Donald Trump understands this? Do you not think the Democrats understand this? Do you not think the Republicans understand this? They do. And they still agree to raise the debt ceiling year after year. Why? Because if they don't raise the debt ceiling, then they can't pay for Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And the way that's going to play out in the media is someone's going to say, oh, the Democrats didn't want to raise the debt ceiling, so therefore we can't pay Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. So all of a sudden, all the voters are going to vote out the Democrats. Because people aren't taking personal responsibility. We are personally responsible for the government that we have because we literally vote them into office. Go check out Steamy Coins. He's got a great channel. He needs more subscribers. He's definitely in the DApp space. But this video right here showed me that there's more to him than just the next DApp out there. So when you've got someone who understands, I love when people understand like some of the real use cases of cryptocurrency, because a lot of people, it's just like they're just looking to make a quick buck. All you gotta do is look at the YouTubers out there, the huge YouTubers, 100,000 subscribers. All of a sudden you're in a bear market, they make like 2 videos a month. They used to make like 2 videos a day. Whatever. It is what it is. But someone like this guy who's putting out videos in a bear market, who's excited about cryptocurrency, and then he puts out an article, a video like this, where he's talking about decentralized finance, like he gets it. Go subscribe to Stevie Coins. Heck, he's in dApps, I'm not in. Hey, by the way, this is how I learned about Rocket Games, by the way. He was like, he beat everybody in the entire YouTube space on that one, man. And that thing has been doing amazing for me. Stevie Coins, go check out his channel. All right, so what am I doing in this space? Well, I'm continuing to, I've been buying Bitcoin basically the whole time, but I am using CryptoTab browser, earning free Bitcoin. Why? Because the prices have been down and I don't care. I'm just growing referrals. Now's the time in a bear market to be building something like CryptoTab. So I'm actually, yesterday I actually mapped out some videos I wanted to put out on how to get free referrals, how to get paid referrals, there's some different methods. And some of this, well, a lot of this stuff I'm still testing on my own. But I do know how to get free referrals outside of social media, although that is a great way to do it, obviously. That's what YouTube is. But I don't use, so outside of YouTube, I don't use a lot of social media. Like I have a Twitter account. I used to post on Twitter. I don't post on Twitter that much anymore. But there's a lot of websites that you can use to help you earn additional Satoshi. You can withdraw what you earn here, withdraw from those sites. There's other websites you can do some inexpensive advertising. If you're going to do it for free, it's a grind. But you're going to earn free Satoshi. By the way, now's the time to be doing it, because when Bitcoin hits a high price, you want to be getting referrals now. Because when Bitcoin starts going up, when it hits 20 grand again, 30 grand, everybody's going to want to be jumping on board. You already want to have your affiliates. I don't care if those affiliates are 3, or if it's 300 or 3,000 or 30,000 or 300,000. You want to have all your affiliates you can, even people that have went inactive. Watch this. So the vast majority of your affiliates are going to be inactive. The reason they're inactive is I have 200, this just reset. Yesterday I had 537 active miners out of 30,000. The reason people are inactive is because they thought it wasn't worth it. A lot of people, I was having this conversation with chat the other day with Blaze Economy, and some of the guys over there were like, yeah, but what do you earn without affiliates? I don't know, maybe a couple bucks. But is Chrome going to pay you a couple of bucks? Nope. And that's a couple of bucks today. One day, that's going to be like $200 or $2,000 in earnings. So you might as well be saving that cryptocurrency now. I don't care if it is. But here's what's going to happen. A lot of these people that are inactive, sorry, let's come back to the dashboard. A lot of these people that are inactive, where's it at? Where's it at? Is it here? I'm trying to figure out where this is totally different, right? Have they changed this? That's over with. Sorry. Here it is. All right. So a lot of these people, here we are. A lot of these people, I was on the page the whole time. A lot of these people that are inactive, the moment that they still have the CryptoTab browser on their website, on their computer. The moment that Bitcoin starts going up, they're going to be like, oh yeah, what's that browser again? They're going to start using it. You want to use it now. You want to use it religiously. You want to use it no matter what. Chrome's not going to pay you in Bitcoin. You might as well, Internet Explorer is not going to do it. Mozilla's not going to do it. Firefox isn't going to do it. So you might as well have your CryptoTab browser running. I have this thing running all the time. And I have it running wide open, by the way. Where's it at? Oh my goodness. Come back here. Right here. I have it at max all the time, all the time, all the time. It's been freaking amazing. So that's what I'm doing. Plus I'm saving Bitcoin. And it's, for me, it's not like, it's a small amount. It's small amounts comparable to my income and my savings. And listen, my main holdings is not in Bitcoin. My main holdings by far is in real estate. But you know, cryptocurrency, I believe in the future of it. And I believe that it's smart to put small amounts of cryptocurrency, small amounts relative to what you have. You don't need to feel like, oh my God, the price is low. I need to go put in like $1 million. No, 100,000. No, 10,000. No. Maybe for you it's $10. Maybe it's $10 a month. Maybe it's $10 a week. Get the CryptoTab browser. Just start stacking. Be one of the smart ones. Start stacking. And by the way, don't go gambling all the way on the dApp space. I know dApps are a lot of fun. But your CryptoTab, you get that one wallet and it has a one-way direction. You only put deposits in that wallet. Let it be a Trezor wallet or something that's not online. You only put deposits in that wallet. You don't ever take withdrawals out. You just keep those deposits small so you don't have to notice them. Don't pay attention to them. Don't even focus on how much Bitcoin you got over there. You just keep stacking it. Why? Because one day, sooner or later in our future, I think the current system that we're in is destined to have cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or Ethereum or something, is going to be the main economic currency worldwide. I truly believe that. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that subscribe button down below. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that bell notification icon. You don't want to miss my next video. And I'll put a link down below to CryptoTab browser. And I'll try to put a link for Steamy Coins and the Crypto Passive Income Strategy newsletter or whatnot. Check the description for my links. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.